We just got a slew of injury updates from head coach Sean McDermott, and there are some major indications for this upcoming game against the New York Jets. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bills Digest. I'm your host, Anthony Senicar. And let's be honest, come Sunday, y'all are smashing some tables before that game starts, same way I am. And the same way you guys smash those tables, I want you guys to smash that like and subscribe button. Because here at Bills Digest, I've been doing some stats digging. And take a look at this, y'all. 97% of you guys who are watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. Come on. Get that number down. Get that subscriber count up. Join the army. Stay in touch here with all your latest Bills news, because that's all we talk about is Buffalo Bills football here. And we will keep you guys in touch with all the latest rumors, reports, and hot takes here at Bills Digest. Well, Friday's injury report is officially out, the final injury report of the week, and there's some good news, there's some bad news on both the offensive and defensive side of the balls. So let's take a look at this injury report quickly over here. Obviously, a few guys are completely off the injury report with, i.e. playing this week, that being obviously Matt Milano, who was full all week and is not questionable, as well as Rasul Douglas is back a full week of practice. He is back in business. Him and Milano coming back are going to be big against this New York Jets team with its passing attack and running attack. Obviously, the two starting safeties, Taylor Rapp and DeMar Hamlin, are both still questionable. Both practiced on a limited basis this week. And then Curtis Samuel is also questionable on a limited basis. And Cam Lewis, our third, our Swiss Army knife of a defensive back for the Bills, is also listed as questionable. So again, with Rapp and Hamlin both questionable, it leaves a question of who starts back there. With Cam Lewis not being back there, will it be a Eddie Jackson and Cole Bishop backfield, or will it be a Micah Hyde call-up? Or do one of these guys end up playing and being on the field? Going off of that point, I think we do not try and risk injury. If these guys are not fully 100%, do not risk injury. Let these guys sit another week. I think the Bills proved that last week by having a bunch of guys out on the defensive side of the ball, and it helped a lot as these guys are fully getting back to health. And we ended up winning that game. Not pretty, but we did win that game. So I think we just rest these guys if we need to. If they can play, they can play. Let Cole Bishop get some more snaps. Eddie Jackson didn't look too bad back there. And if we need to bring in Micah Hyde, we call it Micah Hyde, but I do not see that happening. I think they will roll with what they got. Now, moving off of the Bills injury report, let's take a look at this Jets injury report, because there are a few big names on that injury report, that being the two biggest names being Davante Adams and Sauce Gardner were both questionable. Both did not practice on Wednesday and Thursday. The teams did not practice on Wednesday because Wednesday was obviously Christmas, but they did end up practicing on Thursday, which both of them did not practice, and they were both limited participants on Friday. So both very big names on the defensive side of the ball, or one on the defense, one on the offensive side of the ball for the Jets, who are listed as questionable. Other big names being Son Reddick, who is one of their pass rushers, Morgan Moses, who's one of their O-linemen, Aljai Viri Tucker is another guy who is off the injury report, and again, Michael Carter, the second, being another one of their corners who was questionable as well. So there are some big names on this Jets injury report. I probably see a lot of these guys playing. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers was a question mark, but he is a full go for this game. So I don't see the Jets are not playing for anything, but again, I do not see if they can upset the Bills and push the Bills to try and get the 2 seed, obviously, at the last game of the season, force them to play their guys and maybe play spoiler to get Baltimore that 2 seed. I don't see why you don't play their guys if they're good to go. I am fully expecting Davante Adams, Sauce Gardner, and all these guys playing. And again, now let's take a look at the Jets offense of what we should expect. This is a good Jets offense. It's just been a very, very down year. They got weapons on the receiving core as well as the running back core. Again, just a very, very funky year for this Jets team. They are playing a lot better over these past few weeks. They're averaging 19.5 points per game, 88.7 yards per game rushing, 31st in the league, which is crazy when you got Breece Hall back there. Passing yards per game, 236.5. Yards per game, 307.9. Third down percentage, 39.15. Red zone percentage, 52.08. And they're averaging about 1 turnover per game. Obviously, the big names on their offense are obviously Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, Davante Adams, and Garrett Wilson. So, again, very much a down year for this Jets team, but this Jets team does frustrate this Bills team a lot. Let's not forget earlier in the season, that Jets game, that game going to halftime was very, very close. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers got that Hail Mary to finish off the first half, which led to a touchdown. And again, this team just frustrates them. You got to expect, without having DeMar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp probably back there, it could be a big day for Garrett Wilson and Davante Adams, who are both very savvy wide receivers who know to pick apart these zone defenses. Having Rasul back is going to help a lot because Khair did struggle last week. A lot of holding calls, and again, just struggled in man coverage. I think the ship might be sailing on saving Khair's career, for at least a Bills career, and I think you got to roll it with Rasul and Christian Benford. They give you your best bet to win. And then also, we cannot forget about Breece Hall. Breece Hall seems to always have a good game against the Bills. He is a very good running back. Don't let that 31st in the league rushing attack deceive you. This is a good running game. When Breece Hall gets going, he will get going. The Jets do utilize those little dump offs to the running back, which Breece Hall thrives in. Aaron Rodgers is looking a bit more mobile. I think they got to get him on the ground if they want a chance to win this game. And I just think this Jets offense is a bit decisive. I think they're playing a lot better now. It's been a dumpster fire of a season for this team. The Aaron Rodgers experiment blew up, and a lot of guys on this offense and defense are frustrated. But I think I am not expecting a blowout. I am probably expecting a very close game, as there is scheduled to rain a lot. So again, expect a big rushing attack from both the Jets and the Bills. And I think this is good for the Bills to get more work on that rushing defense, as it has struggled mightily this season. Now going on to the Jets defense, what they are known for. This is a upper echelon defense. Look at this. Passing defense, they're allowing 188.3 yards per game, ranked 5th in the league. Their rushing defense, 121 on the ground, ranked 16th. Their total defense, it's a 4th ranked total defense in the league. They have some great pieces all around. Obviously, they have Quinnen Williams on that defensive front. Hassan Reddick, who, if he does play, is another defensive end who will cause you headaches. You obviously have one of the better younger corners in the league with Sauce Gardner. And again, there's a lot of pieces on this Jets defense, so let's not forget about C.J. Mosley, who is also very good on that linebacker core. This is a defense that has a history of frustrating the Bills' offense and frustrating Josh Allen. They get takeaways a lot against Josh. They force him into throws that he doesn't want to make. They like to disguise a lot of stuff. They are very much a blitz-heavy defense, and they will try to get after Josh. The good thing is Josh is playing very, very well against the blitz. He's playing better against the blitz than he is against normal pass rush, which is very good. This O-line allowed its first sack in over a month against the Patriots. And again, this offense is humming. Again, as I said before, people are talking a lot about the MVP talk and about Josh Allen being MVP. And now Lamar is the front runner. This is a week-to-week league. Lamar is playing on national TV 3 games in a row. Josh has not been seen on national TV since, obviously, the Lions game. He struggled a lot against the Patriots. I do not care. I'm starting to not really care about this MVP. Give me the big boy in New Orleans in February. That is what I care about. I do not care about this individual trophy. And I think if you were to ask Josh cares about the big boy in New Orleans. He does not care about that MVP trophy. Give Lamar his 3 MVPs and 2 playoff wins? Yeah, I don't care. Give it to him. Josh, win this game. Wrap up this 2 seed. We have to get some rest. Obviously, we'll make our own bye week next week against the Patriots if we do win. If you do go nuclear, you go nuclear and you're back into the MVP race. It is just a propaganda machine with Lamar Jackson. Obviously, Lamar last year had the worst stats than Josh, but still won because he had the better record. Now Josh has a better record and Lamar has the better stats, but it's Lamar's trophy. So again, just at a very, very backwards MVP race. I would not be surprised if we have co-MVP favorites, but again, we will see what happens. But in my opinion, the real chance for this Bills team to win is rely and lean on your three-headed running back room of James Cook, Ray Davis, and Ty Johnson. These guys are all playing very, very good football. Jimbo had a good game last week. They had a great game against the Lions. They have just been playing very, very good. Rely on that rushing attack. The Jets' weakness on this defense is the running defense. So run it, feed Jimbo, feed Ray Davis, feed Ty Johnson. And Josh, who cares about the MVP at this point? Let's go and win a game in February in New Orleans, because that is all we care about. Now, going off of that, my final thought obviously is seeding has been a big talk for the past few days. And if the Bills do beat the Jets, they will clinch the 2 seed. If the Bills lose out and the Ravens win out, the Bills will get the 3 seed. The Bills cannot get the 4 nor 1 seed. So obviously we did have the 1 seed dreams smashed, but I think we have the 2 seed locked up to a full extent. I do see us hopefully beating the Jets. I'm not going to say we are going to beat the Jets, because the past 2 times I've done that, they've lost to the Rams and they've looked really, really pedestrian against the New England Patriots. So I think that the Bills have a great opportunity here to lock up the 2 seed, have its own bye week next week. I think we'll see a lot of Mitch Trubisky next week if we do win this game. I think Josh will only play maybe a quarter, maybe a half. And again, I think they got to really go after Aaron Rodgers, get his ass on the ground, get this pass rush going, get that run game going, rely heavily on Jimbo, Ty Johnson, and Ray Davis. So it's kind of not show too much in this offensive playbook, save what we can for the playoffs, because we're going to have a lot of eyes on us these next 2 weeks. So my quick thoughts are rely on the run game, get Aaron Rodgers on the ground, be concerned about Devonta Adams and Garrett Wilson, but I think having Benford and Douglas is going to help a lot. Get Cole Bishop some more snaps if we can't have DeMar Hamlin and or Taylor Rapp out there, and just trust the run game. Trust the run game, Joe Brady. Trust the run game. It is going to rain. Trust the run game. Let Jimbo cook. Let all these guys cook, and that is what we need. Let me know your thoughts below, guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is the best way of the Bills attacking this Jets defense? Do you think we lock up the 2 seed this Sunday? And give me a final score prediction. And then before I let you guys go, I am going to give you guys a quick parlay. We'll go 80 yards receiving and rushing for Jimbo, 25 yards receiving and rushing for Ray Davis, and what do I like? Khalil Shakir, 40-plus yards receiving. I think it's going to be a lot of underneath throws if it does rain. But let me know, get your guys' thoughts below like I was saying before. Like, subscribe, and as always, guys, go Bills.